Alright, this is my audience. There's my family. You got my grandparents, to my friends, my little brother Jack back there in the middle, the hairy thing. Yep, there he is. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys about Ecuador, the culture, the religion, and the tourism of Ecuador. Before I start, I'm going to give you a few facts about Ecuador. There's about 15 million people per 98,000 square meters. That's about 151 people per square mile. Quito, the capital, is as large as Nevada here in the States, so it's fairly large. They have a republic, the Republic of Ecuador, so they vote every 4 years like us. Their president right now is Rafael Correa. Excuse me, I probably butchered his name, but that is their president currently. Now we're going to go into the culture. The language there is Spanish. They fluently speak Spanish. Ways you can tell that someone is more upper class than others is how many languages they know. If they know English, Spanish, and something else, you know that they're a little bit more upper class than others, and they probably have more education than others. The average years of education is only 10, and they're ranked 6.7% literacy rate. It's not very good at all, and it's going down every year. So that's not exactly the best. Relationships in Ecuador are solely based on trust, which is really nice. If you lose their trust, then it's lost forever. But if you gain their trust, they'll forever be your friend. It's really great. They tend to stand really close to you when they talk, and it's really intimidating at first when you are introduced to someone or you're greeted. They walk up to you, they give you kisses, hugs. It's something that I've never experienced here in America, but I loved it. So that's typically the way that they greet everyone there. When marriage. Really funny story, when I went to Ecuador, every little kid there asked me, "Are you married? Are you married?" It's a huge deal. Unlike here in America, it's a huge deal to be married. They take it to a whole nother level that I've never seen. Like, so much pride in their marriages. Like, it's huge. Sometimes parents do pick who their children can be with if they think they can find them a suitable person. They will try it out and do like a test run. And other times, you know, the kids find them on their own. But the parents are very involved. The houses typically are more than just one family. I visited a family there, and it was 3 generations of family in one little house. So a lot of families in Ecuador are multiple generations together in one. It's not out of the normal at all. Something that I really enjoyed in Ecuador was how everything is literal. Everything. I ordered a grilled cheese. I literally got grilled cheese off the grill, a piece of cheese grilled. My other favorite was a milkshake. You order a milkshake and you're all excited. It's a hot day. You get shaken milk. It's great. Everything's literal. One of the big sports in Ecuador is football. Literally football. So soccer for us here. One experience that I had in Ecuador was a night that we were there. There was a huge football game on, and literally everywhere you looked, in houses, radios, it didn't matter what was going on, that football game was on. They're huge sports fanatics when it comes to their soccer. Let's see here. Something interesting that I thought was they have days that they are permitted to drive. There are so many people in Quito and so many people in Ecuador that they are trying to prevent less pollution, and they're trying to keep the traffic down. So buses are a huge thing. I know lots of people where I was at that worked at Nuevos Amigos, the school I visited, that took buses. It took them 2 hours to get there and 2 hours to get back. So we had a different bus driver every single day because we had different people who were permitted to drive on different days. So that was very interesting to me. The bus drivers can be the best, worst drivers you've ever experienced in your life. They're the best because it doesn't matter how large the road is or how small the road is or what's in the way. They're going to get through, and they're not going to hit a thing. They're the worst because it scares the daylights out of you. So that was a great experience. Never want to be in a driving situation like that again, but they're wonderful at it. Thank you. Construction. The government in Ecuador, they like to make Ecuador look better. So they build a lot of things to make it look more interesting, to bring people in, but they never finish it, which we'll talk more about that in a little bit. The religion is solely Roman Catholic. I only visited one church that was Christian and not Roman Catholic. People drive hours to get to church on Sundays, and it's solely based on church. Sundays is the church day. They truly believe that God is in control of everything, so they don't worry about anything else. God is in control, and I witnessed that a lot when I was over there. They also celebrate a lot of holidays similar to us here. They've got Christmas, Easter, Good Friday, so it's very similar to what we would experience here. tourism. One of my favorite things that we did was we went to the Turifico. It was the cable cars, and they are located in Cruzoma Hill. They start at 2,800 feet, and they take you up to about 4,000 feet above sea level, which is really crazy. On a clear day, you can see all the volcanoes around you, and you can see 11 peaks. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. It's originally supposed to have amusement parks, coffee shops, a nightclub, like everything that anyone would want to go to, but like I had said earlier, the construction, it was never finished. So all they had was one coffee shop at the top, and they had an amusement park that was not running. So it was nice to see, but at the same time it was disappointing because a lot of things just don't ever get finished there. Another one of my favorite places to visit in Ecuador was the Parque El Ejido. This park is the third largest park in Quito. On the weekends, they have exhibits, so when I was there, it was an art exhibit, and it was beautiful. And that was my first experience also of the market. There's a little market around the edge. And if you ever go to Ecuador, you have to visit a market. It's amazing. It's all homemade things. It's how people, make a living there a lot of the time. So it was really cool to see. My third favorite place, obviously, was the equator. You have to go to the equator. The equator is awesome. You can take a tour. It's for people of all ages. You get to see different ways that the water flows down, on one side of the equator compared to the other. And it was something that I really enjoyed. It's good for everyone, all ages. So if you want to know anything else about Ecuador, you can go ahead and visit the CIA World Factbook. I also have a couple books that I'll post on here so that you guys can learn a little bit more. You can email me, and I'll also put my email on there for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed my little speech about Ecuador, and I interest you in going and visiting. The end. Thank you, Bailey and Jack.